So today's topic is about same-sex marriage. What do you think about same-sex marriage? I'm not against it. Back in the day, same-sex marriage was not accepted in most cultures and in most countries. But with the evolution of time, the new era that's being accepted all around the world, I'm not against it because if two people who love each other, and as long as that they're not hurting anyone, I believe they have the right to be with whoever they please. What do you think it happens in Dominican Republic? In Dominican Republic, same-sex marriage is still not allowed. My country it's a very traditional country where yet to this day it's tough for same-sex relationships to be accepted. But with time, I believe that the same-sex marriage will be accepted and introduced in Dominican Republic. Because to be at a pace with other nations where it's at the moment where it's being accepted as same-sex marriage, and we cannot stay behind. So I think there's going to be a point and a time where same-sex marriage will be allowed here in Dominican Republic. Do you agree or disagree with this issue? Even though my family comes from a very traditional culture, we were raised a certain way, of course, because some of the traditions that were passed to my parents from my ancestors. But with time, some traditions are more flexible. Traditions are not lost; they're just modified. And as long as that we don't lose them, I think that's the most important thing. So I do agree that same-sex marriage could be passed in the Dominican Republic at a point, not anytime soon, but there's going to be a time where it is going to be accepted and it will be passed. What would you suggest to the government of your country to do in order to take a position towards same-sex marriage? I think that we should continue the traditions. We should continue praising, of course, what's the culture, what's the tradition we were raised with, but also we should be more flexible. We're not hurting anybody. As long as we don't hurt anybody with passing this law or making this a law where same-sex marriage is allowed, I think we're not hurting anybody. We have to accept kids the way they're being raised, the way they're born. And I believe that at a moment, we just need to accept people the way they are, as long as they're not hurting anybody, like I said. So if two people want to get married, we do need to accept them. And then because what we're doing is we're just letting them know that we're going to reject them. So what are we giving them? We're not giving anything. So if we do accept them and we do allow them, like, we're going to keep our culture, we're going to keep our traditions, just a little bit more flexible.